Hey there, amazing souls! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to tackle something that we all experience from time to time, those mental blocks that hold us back. Whether you're a creator struggling to get your ideas flowing, a student facing that looming exam, or simply someone stuck in a cycle of self-doubt, mental blocks can feel like the hardest thing to break through. But here's the good news: you don't have to stay stuck. In today's video, we'll dive into 10 powerful quotes that will help you shatter those mental barriers and tap into your creative, productive, and confident self once again. These quotes come from some of the wisest minds, offering perspectives that'll make you see your mental blocks in a whole new light. Get ready to unlock your mind, free up your energy, and move through whatever's been holding you back. Let's start from number 10. And by the end of this video, I promise you'll have new tools to conquer those blocks and get back on track. Ready? Let's dive in. Number 10. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Unknown. We're starting with a gentle push. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. If you're dealing with mental blocks, chances are you're stuck in analysis paralysis. You're waiting for the conditions to be just right, the timing to align perfectly, or for some kind of sign that now is the time to act. Here's the thing: there's never a perfect moment. But that doesn't mean you can't make any moment perfect. The key is to take action despite the uncertainty. Start where you are. Even small steps forward will help you break through the block, and eventually, the momentum will carry you. This quote is a beautiful reminder that you don't need to wait for inspiration to strike. Create the inspiration yourself by acting first. Number 9. You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. Jack London. This one's for all you creatives out there. Jack London's advice is simple yet powerful. Mental blocks often happen when we sit around waiting for a wave of inspiration to hit us. But inspiration isn't something you passively wait for, it's something you actively seek. So grab your metaphorical club, go after that creativity, and chase it down. When you sit and wait, nothing happens. When you take action, even in the midst of feeling blocked, you'll unlock new ideas and find that inspiration is already within you. Sometimes, you've just got to go hunting for it. Number 8. The only way to get rid of a temptation is to yield to it. Oscar Wilde. All right, let's get a little cheeky. Oscar Wilde's quote here isn't about giving in to bad habits, but about how we deal with resistance. Mental blocks often come from a place of internal resistance, a voice in your head saying, "Don't try that. It won't work." What if instead of resisting the temptation to try, you simply gave in? Stop fighting the mental block. Yield to the urge to start. Once you give in and take that first step, you'll find that the block dissolves. It's all about getting out of your own way. Number 7. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. Albert Einstein. The genius himself. Albert Einstein. He wasn't just known for his brilliance. He was also known for his persistence. Mental blocks often feel like a dead end, don't they? Like you're hitting a wall, and nothing is going to get you through. But what if you could shift your mindset to one of persistence? Einstein reminds us that the real trick to overcoming challenges, mental blocks included, is not giving up too soon. You don't have to be the smartest in the room, you just need to stay with the problem longer. Take a deep breath, stay with the block, and trust that it will shift with time and effort. Persistence is often the key to breakthrough. Number 6. The greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it. Molière. Here's a quote that reframes our mental blocks in a beautiful way. Instead of seeing obstacles as something to fear or avoid, Molière invites us to see them as opportunities for glory. When you break through a mental block, it's not just about overcoming the challenge. It's about growing stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The bigger the block, the bigger the victory on the other side. Embrace the struggle, because it's a chance to prove to yourself just how much you're capable of. Number 5. What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Robert H. Schuller. Oh, this one hits deep. Imagine if you could throw away all the fear of failure. Imagine if you knew without a doubt that success was guaranteed. What would you try? What would you attempt? Mental blocks often come from the fear of failure or the idea that what you're working on won't turn out the way you want it to. But the truth is, failure is part of the journey. It's a teacher. If you can release that fear and focus on the process, you'll find that mental blocks dissolve faster than you think. So, ask yourself, what if I couldn't fail? Let that question fuel your next step. Number 4, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. Buddha's wisdom is timeless. Our thoughts shape our reality, including the reality of the blocks we face. If you tell yourself, I'm stuck, I can't do this, or this is too hard, then your mind will create that reality for you. But what if, instead, you changed your thoughts? What if you said, I am capable of breaking through this block? The mind is incredibly powerful. So whenever you're facing a mental block, start with your thoughts, shift your perspective, and your reality will follow. Focus on what you can do and watch the block start to melt away. Number 3, the best way out is always through. Robert Frost. Robert Frost's quote is a classic, and it's one that rings true in so many aspects of life. When you're facing a mental block, the natural impulse is to avoid it or hope it will go away on its own. But what if the best way to overcome a block is simply to face it head on? It may not always be easy, but the only way to get through it is to walk right through it. Take that first step, even if it's small, and keep moving forward. The more you push through, the less power the block will have. Number 2, don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller. This quote from John D. Rockefeller speaks directly to the fears that come with mental blocks. Sometimes we're blocked not because we lack ideas, but because we're scared of taking that leap into something greater. We're comfortable with good, and the thought of trying for great feels daunting. But here's the thing. Growth only happens when we step out of our comfort zones. Don't let the fear of greatness hold you back. Push past that block and reach for something extraordinary. Believe in your ability to achieve something greater than you ever imagined. Number 1, if you hear a voice within you saying, you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. Vincent van Gogh. And now, the most powerful quote for breaking through any mental block, Van Gogh's incredible wisdom. If you hear a voice within you saying you cannot, then by all means do it anyway. This is a message of defiance, courage, and action. Mental blocks often come from that inner voice of doubt. It's the voice that says, you can't do it, you're not good enough, you're not ready. But the antidote to that voice is simple. Take action anyway. When you push through the fear, the self-doubt, and the blocks, that voice will be silenced. You'll prove to yourself that you are capable, and the block will lose its power. And there you have it. 10 quotes to help you break through mental blocks. Whether it's shifting your mindset, taking bold action, or trusting in your ability to persist, these quotes will give you the strength to overcome any obstacle. Mental blocks don't have to be permanent. They are just a signal that something needs to shift, whether in your thoughts, actions, or beliefs. By embracing these perspectives and applying them in your own life, you'll find that the blocks become stepping stones on your path to greatness. If any of these quotes resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. Which one was your favorite? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiration. Together we can break through any mental barrier and rise to our full potential. Until next time, keep moving forward and remember, you've got this.